Well, this is the second semi-final. To find our finalists, you're just watching the coin toss there between Graham Lowe and Terry Anderson. And Grant, I guess you could say in this one, it's age versus experience, because Terry just 14 years of age.
That's right.
She's won the toss, so she controls the mat straight away. Tim Veal, just 21, and the father and son combination from Southland. Well, we'd only be guessing at Graham's age, but it's a little bit more than 21.
That's right. This father and son combination are very experienced. But look at this from Terry. First bowl on the jack. Well, she's come to play. Take that. Sure, and he's off the side. Wow. Ooh. Early nerves. Just looking for that big green, that big swing.
It looks like I played that shot.
Wow. He won't like that. That's not the best way to start a game, but Terry now. Huge swing from Terry. She's nailing this jack already on 2 bowls. Big pressure already. Wow. Terry's been playing the game for about 3 or 4 years. Runner-up in the New Zealand Junior Singles final last year. Definitely a lot of talent here. And on the other hand as well, 3, what a start.
Brilliant start there from the youngster from North Wellington. He's a man from the Grassmere Club from Southland.
And a little dig shot, and he's cut it down to 1. That's a great bowl, Graham. The Lows looking for their first New Zealand title. They've been to a final. They were in the Fours final in 2005. Baby Cakes on the back of his shirt there, looking to draw another shot. And he has, I think. Oh man, that was a pretty good effort. Well, these 2 youngsters have got nothing to lose here. They've already put their names out there.
This is Gary Lowe now. He's a skip for the Southland team.
Just a little bit short.
I talked to Terry about the T-shirts. I said, what's behind the T-shirts? She said, well, it's just something we thought we'd try. She said, but it's a little bit unnerving when you're looking to place your bowl and you look up and there's a picture of you staring back at you. She said, that probably wasn't the greatest planning exercise in the world.
Yeah, she likes to have a bit of fun. She's definitely got a good sense of humour and a good temperament for the game.
Because you'll notice there that on Tim's shirt, it's a picture of Terry, and of course on Terry's shirt, it's a picture of Tim.
I don't think in their wildest dreams they would have thought they would have got this far. But they're here. Well, he'll be looking to just come probably underneath those blacks on the forehand. No, on the backhand. Maybe playing a little narrow dig shot. Come off a black, grab the jack. He is narrow. Oh, a little bit of pressure there. It's like he just chucked that away, and not to worry, he'll recover. This is where the experience comes in, and these 2 definitely got that in truckloads. Won the South Island Pairs just last weekend, these 2. They won the South Island Pairs back in 2002 as well. Well, he's narrow too. Oh, he almost got away with pushing the jack over there for 3. So a few early nerves, I think, from all the players, apart from Terry.
So we see once again a long end.
I have the pleasure of playing bowls quite a lot with Terry. She comes from my centre. Play a lot of district events with her as my lead. She just soaks up anything she can learn. And has always wanted to be on TV, and now's her chance. A little bit shorter, maybe uphill here. Just on the forehand. First one off the end of the mat. Terry's one was short, and this one's right on it. Great bowl, Terry. Pulling the jack away. Wow, that's a brilliant bowl. Nicely weighted. They need a back bowl now. Needs to get in behind.
Oh, he's just promoted it. I don't think it's enough. It's a good bowl there from Graham.
Both lows have been in the South Island team, past members of the South Island team for many, many years. Young Terry's been named in the academy squad to play singles. They're playing that tonight. She's the singles player.
That last one of Terry's just sort of put in there as a backstop. You've heard Grant and myself say the only way the jack can go is back. It can't go forward. So while a short bowl might not be too much use, it can act as a block, and we saw that in the previous semi-final. A couple of times used to good advantage.
Well, if he can get one back in there through the two yellow, draw between the two yellows, just get a back bowl in as well. Always wanting to be one step ahead of your opposition. Just his weight, I think, this time. Good green. Well, he's still just finding his mat there.
That's not a bad reply.
Not bad, but he's hit the jack to the yellow one. It could be two yellows now. But he has given himself a chance to draw the jack back to the blacks. Veal is going to have to cover those blacks somehow, and whether that's by drawing another shot to stop the black from moving that kitty. That's what he's going to do. He's lining it up a little bit narrow, but it's
got a very unusual delivery.
Wide
style.
stance, yeah. Good green. How's his weight? Good bowl, good bowl. He's got a rub, he's through. That's a great bowl, that's two. Not afraid to be short, he got away with it. And now it's really hard for black here. Very good draw bowler. Gary. And not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. Well, can he capitalise here?
Tim Veal, last bowl of this end. They're holding two at the moment.
How's his weight? Two yellow. Couldn't capitalise. Bonus shots are crucial at this stage of the tournament. When you're holding two, if you can draw the third, he had a big open hand on the other hand just to rest into the two yellows for a third, so he changed his hand. Didn't make it.
Some pretty interesting dynamics in the combinations as well. You've got a young 14-year-old girl up with a 21-year-old man. So, I mean, pardon me if I'm wrong, but sometimes you probably wouldn't be too interested to take advice from a young kid like that. And on the other hand, you've got a father and son combination, which probably is going to lend to, well, let's say a few off-air discussions, if you like.
Terry's pretty quiet when she's playing. She'll do what she's told. And Tim's got enough experience to know what shot to play. Just see what he can do under pressure.
Look at this.
And that's
Look at this.
Great bowl from Terry. She would have wanted to be in just in behind it, but she's on the side. 2 shots. I've got 2. You have to get 1.
I think the photo on the T-shirt just cracked a smile.
And this is a good response.
This is a very good response.
Wow, what is Terry going to do here? She has to draw it now. She was holding 2. She won't give up easily. Well, she's down there again, Phil. This is great bowling.
Oh,
Yes.
she's got it on a
Brilliant.
string. Brilliant.
That is how you play lead bowls, and she's showing them here today. If they win here today, she'll be the youngest person ever to win a New Zealand title. 17 years old, 16 maybe the next youngest. A few that have won it at age 17. They've won the singles and the pairs at that age. And a fours, but never a pairs.
Well, we talked before, didn't we, about the fact that it's a sport for all ages, and there is the graphic example.
That's right.
14 years of age, and you're
Great
at the top
bowl
of
here
your
from
game.
Tim. Oh, that's a good bowl.
That is a good bowl.
Oh, they're getting confidence now. They've got nothing to lose, these young guys. The lows out there, everything to lose. The young team, the underdogs, never expected to get this far. It's a good bowl too. It's a good bowl. Pretty cool looking character. Gary. Pretty quiet, doesn't say much.
And you read there, baby cakes on the back of the shirt of Tim Veal. I can tell you that on the back of Terry's shirt, it says sweet cheeks.
Yes, I'm not too sure what's going on there.
But just if you're wondering.
Great bowl.
Great.
Follow through. Well-weighted shot. Well, you can see why they've got this far in the tournament, playing like this. Terry giving Tim all the confidence he needs by putting bowls in the head for him.
And that's sort of what we didn't see in the first semi-final with Tim and Debbie, isn't it?
That's right. Graham really, Keith really never had any bowls in the head to play to. And he's narrow, he's tight, and he's got nothing. Well, this will be a huge upset here if these young people can keep playing like this.
That's the situation on the head from our overhead shot. And you can see that it's...
If Terry wins this, I'm going to have to take advice from her next time she plays for me, I think.
How's that going to go for you, Graham?
Yeah, it could be interesting. Well, he just wants to tap that yellow one, I think. Just to tighten it right in there for 3 good yellow shots. He needs to stop that black being promoted into the head. He doesn't want to hit this. Oh, he's undone all the hard work.
He has, I think. He's given the shot to the Southland pairing here.
Well, he had to be there, and there was a risk. If he wasn't there, if that black had come through there with a bit more pace, those yellows might not even be on the mat anymore. So
he knows it too. Look, a bit of a shake of the head there and a bit of concern, bit of a furrowing of the brow.
Don't think he'll go any more than 1 down, though. And he hasn't played his last bowl, so it's only 1.
So that tightens it up. Becomes 2 apiece. Once again, the lows are gone for a long end. The skip's up the end there, watching proceedings. Here is Graham Lowe from the Grassmere Club in Southland.
Forehand, a nice green there. Taking full advantage of it. Just his weight.
Ooh.
Just. but close. That's handy.
What's the response going to be from
A toucher, I would hazard a guess. And here it comes.
Look at this.
Oh, just pulling up short. She wasn't far off. A roll away.
Good safe back bowl here.
That's a good bowl. Yeah, Graham's going well now. That's good lead bowls. Terry now needing to draw to that last black one.
You mentioned before that she sucks up everything she can when she's learning. She's been at the sport for, what, 3 years? How does she know in that short period of time where exactly to place the bowl? Because look at that, she's done it again.
It's just a natural ability she has, I think. We call her a freak every now and then because that's what she is. She's just taken up the sport. It comes natural to her. Nothing seems to worry her. Well,
that wasn't really the desired result.
A little bit short. He would really like to have been right on that jack. Now just trying to cover those blacks now, Terry, on the forehand. She won't be able to wait to get back to school to tell her friends that I'm on TV. Tune in to watch. She'll be telling them. And that's a very good bowl. That's where the jack's going. If he put it right where his skip wanted it.
Well, it's locked up, 2 apiece in number 3. This is the reply from the skip from the Southland pairing. This is Gary Lowe.
And not a bad response here. Right on the jack here. That's the sort of draw bowls he's capable of. Hard to tell if that's a yellow or a black. Well, I think he might have to do something here. He's just going to look to draw. There is an opportunity on the other hand to possibly play a little aggressive shot up there through the 2 blacks, but he's just going to take it easy.
He's changed his hand here. Look at the way the bowl cants over before he just lets it go in the delivery.
Yeah, he's got a little cant on that bowl. Some people do that. Not sure if it really does that much to the bowl, it's just the way he holds it. Maybe stays up a little bit longer on a draw shot, stays out a little bit wider. Wants to be careful here that he doesn't lose those 2 yellows out of the head. That's what he's going to be looking at playing, black on yellow. See, now he's narrow, I think.
Oh, he's got one, but he's...
Oh, it's a yellow. It's gone to the yellow.
Yeah, I think it has.
Now yellow's in a little bit of trouble here. Another shot like that from Gary, and that jack is going to sandwich in between those 2 blacks there. Just at 6 o'clock, so he needs to prevent this. Looks like a block. He's putting a block in. He's seen the danger.
Oh, it's not, is it?
That's a pretty good shot. I'd be pretty happy with that shot. The forehand run shot from Gary has just been negated, I think, by that short yellow.
So now Gary's going to have to draw now, isn't he?
Well,
he's cut his options down. Oh,
you can still see the yellow onto the jack. You know, he's going to come around. He's going to try and come around it. This could be interesting.
He reckons he a bit of weight on it.
Reckons he can get around this. I don't know if that was the right shot to play. Yellow onto the jack might have been the way to go, but he's obviously happy that he's only 1 down and didn't want to try too much there.
So it's the combinations from the Newlands club that go ahead again, 3-2 in number 4 of 9.
She's throwing that jack a nice length. She's been consistent. It's been within about 6 inches every time of the same place. Nice bowl here. This will be right on it. Back shot, Terry. Keeping Graham under pressure. Sometimes enthusiasm can overwin experience.
He's got a fair bit of green on this.
Yeah, big green, but it really comes back here. And this is another good bowl. Great leading. Well, Graham Lowe won the Robertson Trophy in 2005 at the Nationals, and that's a trophy for the most consistent bowler. So Terry is up against stiff competition here, and she's holding her own. Graham's just not quite finding the way he would normally find this mat, the way he would normally find it. Another good green bowl. And she got the weight this time. She has.
She has. This is a better one than the last one.
Top leading, consistent leading. Well, if people didn't know who she was before the Nationals, they do now. And this is a good response. A nice positive shot, and that's one black.
Oh, 3-2 the score at the moment, but if you stop the game now, it'll be even again because the Southland pairing have wrestled it back. Plenty more action to come here, though, at the 2008 Lion Foundation New Zealand Indoor Bowls Championship. This is the second semi-final in the pairs.
The little trail on this jack here, Phil, and the pressure all goes back on the opposition.
Oh, and that's exactly what he's done.
That's a very good bowl.
Well, Grant Rayner can predict the future.
Now, he's in all sorts of trouble here. That bowl's opened up the back of the head. He needs to cover the yellows. If that jack gets to those yellow bowls, he will not be able to get to it after it's gone there. And he hasn't covered it. Well, this is a big end. Big shot here. Almost a game shot here at 5 if he can get it. With still bowls to come. Doesn't want to overplay it because he's always got another go at it as well. Just over the draw, through the jack for 5. Nice weight.
Oh, it's coming in, it's coming in.
And it might have ruined his chance for a few more, but he's can't be too disappointed with that. He's got possibly 3 there, maybe 2.
Graham Lowe having a good long look.
I'd say they'll be a little bit relieved with that because he'll play the same shot now. He's got the back bowl. They might have got out of jail here. And this is close.
Ooh.
Well,
sometimes they move, sometimes they stop.
Well, Tim needs to promote that yellow now onto the jack. Force the jack through. Oh, I'd play the other hand if I was you.
And try and remove the black bowl, or
come down between the split between the two, between the second shot black and the yellow bowl. But he's playing the semi-final. I aren't. I'm not good enough. Just looking to cover. Obviously, he's seen something down the back that he's not happy with. Thought it might have been worth the risk there to try and promote that yellow or that black onto that yellow there, as you can see, just to force everything through the head, but he hasn't done it. Maybe just a little bit of an experience there, or he's happy with holding the 1 and let them do all the work.
Well, deep discussion there for the father and son combination, the Lows. Taking their time about this, and they're allowed to.
Yep. That was Avon Compton from North Wellington supporting the local team. This is pretty good. And, oh, it's kicked back, but is it 1 black? That's a very good bowl. They've got themselves out of a lot of danger.
Well, they have at one stage. They're steering down the barrel of a 5.
Yep. And now they might even have the shot. Well, it's the sort of luck you need, really.
Calipers out again for a measure. It's as close as that.
Terry doesn't believe him. Give me them. I'll measure it.
It's just a shame our shot just slightly obscured there. I'd love to see how close they are. Might be a call for the umpire.
Pretty close. Umpire must be coming.
So the umpire has the final say.
Not sure. Shaking his head. He's probably a little bit unhappy with the way the head's turned out for him here.
It must be desperately close here, Grant.
Well, sometimes games are won and lost on an umpire's measure. Doesn't have to be at the end of the game either. It can be a...
No, that's right. This could be the turning point. 3-2 at the moment in the favour of the youngsters, if you like, Tim Veal and Terry Anderson from Newlands.
Whoa.
There's nothing in this.
Black. She's pulled the black out.
So that will even up the score as we go into end number 5. It'll be 3 apiece.
It's going to come down to who can handle themselves the best here, I think. They're all drawing pretty good bowls. They're all playing well. Could be a pressure cooker.
So Graham Lowe's first bowl is another good one.
It's a handy bowl. Just short of the jack, but handy. Terry on the forehand. Well, I don't think she's played a bad bowl yet. And that's probably the worst bowl she's played. That bowl there. She doesn't look too phased by it. I'll get the next one. On the forehand now, taking full advantage of Terry's short bowl. Get it there before she does. That's a good bowl.
That's right. I guess it's about opportunity limitation and space filling a lot of the time.
That's right. Whoever makes the less mistakes is going to win this game. Good correction from Terry.
Oh, look. You've said it before, nothing seems to faze this kid. And she is a kid, just 14 years of age, up against this vastly experienced Southland combination, father and son, Graham and Gary Lowe. Graham on the mat at the moment. He's the lead.
It's great to see these young guys in the semi-final. A lot of people say indoor bowls is a game for the older generation, but there's living proof right here. Ladies and gentlemen sitting at home, that you don't have to be old to be playing this game. Great bowl, Terry. Right on behind the jack. That's an amazing shot. He's really enjoying those swinging mats.
And there's a very knowledgeable and appreciative crowd. Most of them competitors themselves here at the tournament, loving this. This is high quality stuff we're watching here. Second semi-final.
I think the youngsters will be a crowd favourite. They usually are.
I guess that comes from the fact that this is a fairly family-orientated sport.
That's right. Her mother plays. Jenny Stockford's her mother. She's played bowls since she was a junior as well. Just looking to get inside those blacks, but he hasn't. But not the end of the world for him. It's a small hole there. Gary won't be able to. He might want to look down through that hole as well and just try and move the jack over to his blacks. He is. Between the two yellows, looking for the jack. A little bit of weight on. It's holding him out. He's hit the yellow one. Well, Tim needs to come down on the backhand and draw to the corner of the square. because that is where the jack is going to go. He needs to cover that on the other hand. He isn't. He's going to come down through the hole himself. Well,
risky move.
It's a risky move, but if he can beat the other guy to the draw shot, it's a hard draw shot. It is holding out there, and he hasn't covered it. Well, now.
And that's kind of left the door open here for Gary, hasn't it?
He could have drawn that on the other hand, I fear. Obviously didn't want to hit the black in because the black is sitting up, so a little bit dangerous there. But it is a nice big swing. Terry came right round it. He could have done the same thing. Will he live to regret this one? He's changing his hand anyway, so he's not going to play the same shot. He's going to go for the draw.
He's looking for that gap, isn't he? He's got a fair bit of weight on this, though. Oh, and that's
unlucky. I think he was coming underneath it, looking for the black or rubbing off that yellow to sit over. Yeah, he wanted it to fall in. He didn't get the fall. Well, how good's his draw? As if it's as good as Terry's, it'll be 2 yellow. What's he looking at here? Well, I think he just needs to get down and draw another shot. Beating that black at 3 o'clock would be a pretty good start. Well, I think he lines it up pretty narrow, but he's going to be going for the draw, I think. Does swing it out, and his delivery is a little bit... No, he's coming up the middle. It's make or break time.
For the black. Oh, and that hasn't worked either.
He almost hit the black in. Well, that was a pretty brave shot.
I just wonder if he's promoted that black and he's lost his shot here. Oh, no, it doesn't look like it from that shot. Oh, out come the calipers again.
He had a couple of opportunities just to stay on the draw and really put some pressure on. Maybe he doesn't think he had it. Hard to see from...
Well, it's so hard from our overhead camera because the green of the mat is probably playing havoc with the what they call the auto iris in the camera.
Black. It was a black.
It was a black. Well, there we go.
That's why he was coming up the middle. He was looking to lift the black out.
4-3 now to the Southlanders. Once again, they control the mat. Once again, it's going to be a good long length.
The Southland pair come from Invercargill, and that's one of the best floors in the country down there. So they'll be finding this floor a little bit more interesting. Concrete floor down there, absolutely perfect. Absolutely level.
What happens in a situation, Grant, when you've got a wrinkle in the mat? And we've seen that a couple of times. I've been watching a couple of the quarterfinals. There's quite a distinctive wrinkle in the mat. Are you allowed to change that? Are you allowed to pull it straight?
You can go straighten it out. Yep. If it's in the way and you think it's distracting you or whatever, you can straighten that out, iron it out before you play a bowl. Wrinkle on the back of the mat can be interesting, especially when the jack moves to it and stops the jack from falling off. Many a time has that happened. That's a great bowl from Graham.
So a bit bigger target now for Terry.
On the backhand. How's her green? Narrow, I think, but a tap here would help. Well, it's tapped it out, but I think it might be still... Oh, it's hard to say there, Phil. Little puff of the cheeks there.
I was going to say, I think that's the first time Terry's drawn any breath at all.
She's taken her first breath. She's come up for air. She'll get back into her work now.
Another nice bowl.
Definitely a black now. Well, Terry just needs to land right on the jack here. She can afford to be through it a little bit. Nice big green. She's not afraid to take a green. It's nice weight for the narrower shot. She's obviously looking to move it. Pat on the back from Tim. Keep going, girl.
They'd be pretty happy with the way things are standing at the moment, although they are went down 4-3 in the favour of Graham and Gary Lowe. Graham's done his job as the lead. Now it's the chance of the skip.
They're giving these experienced pairing a run for their money. Is Veal and Anderson. Verging on the Manawatu top 8 is Veal. Terry from North Wellington. They've entered out of North Wellington. North Wellington bowlers are all pretty excited about this game.
And a big contingent of you people here. So here's that characteristic canted bowl of Tim Veal. Whatever he's doing's working.
Well, he's given this a nice weight. He likes it.
He's got the black,
Good
and
ball.
he's got the shot.
Fraction
He might have
wider.
nicked two.
Fraction wider, and he would have had an absolute honey. He's not happy. He knows a little bit wider, and that was the end of the end almost. But he's got the shot out of it though. Good bowl. Good bowl. Right on top of the jack, right in front. Might not be shot, but it's in there. These youngsters, they always want their bowls to be absolutely perfect. Not like us older bowlers where we're happy just to get them close.
There or thereabouts.
That's right. Pretty big bowl here. He has to hit the yellow one. Just up and over into the head. Otherwise the shot yellow could disappear. Just gets the head, bottom edge of that yellow. The black could shift out as well. Does not want to be narrow here.
So plenty of ramifications here for Tim Veal. Expert comments and opinion coming from Grant Rayner, a man that's been there and done that. Although luckily for our point of view, hasn't quite been there and done that this weekend. We're lucky enough to have his comments, and look at this.
Well, it's not too bad. He didn't disturb anything. Black can still land on the jack though. That black rolls up onto the jack. 3 blacks out the back there. If he's too wide, yellow onto yellow could send the jack down the mat, over to the bottom of our mat, to our screen here, sorry.
And that would still be in the favour of the lows, wouldn't it? So they're sort of looking quite pretty at the moment.
It's a pretty good head for them here if he can just get the shot. That's the only thing he needs to do now. He's got a nice head set up. Doesn't want to hit it too hard. The jack could fly out of there. Yep, he's going to just have a little dig shot. End of the mat weight. Enough weight for his bowl to disappear off the end of the mat. And that's what he's doing. He's narrow, I think. Oh, that's gone where I thought it might go if he was
I think
the
they've
yellow.
got the shot there.
He'd be happy with that, I think, because I think that was one of his options if he was narrow to hit that. Well, can Tim Veal hit the black and get the jack back over to the middle of the box?
That's the $64,000 question, isn't it?
Will he go for it? But he can't afford to be narrow. It's a nice big swinging hand. The shot is on.
I think you're right, though, Grant. I think Gary sort of rescued it a bit there.
He's going to go for it. It's a very important time in the game.
In number 6, 4-3.
Can he tie it all up, or does he go further down? He's playing it. He's narrow. Got away with something, is he? No. Didn't move the shot bowl. Just swung on him.
So it'll be one to the Southland pairing.
Just starting to pull away from the youngsters.
5-3 in number 7 of 9. And this is a tight contest. Age and experience versus the youth and enthusiasm, I guess you'd say. And another great opening bowl from Graham.
Absolutely fantastic. Starting to come into his own now. Really giving Terry a run for her money.
And watch this. Anything you can do, I can do better. Well, maybe not this time.
Not a bad effort. It's behind. Graham's just starting to inch closer and closer to the jack with every bowl. Just putting a little bit of pressure on the young Terry. And another great bowl. Great leading now. Only 2 ends to go. He can sense victory, I think. If he can score this end, the low score here, it's going to be very hard. Youngsters need to score. It's not one of the best ends she's played. She's maybe feeling a bit of pressure now.
Well, the pendulum's starting to swing a little, isn't it?
It is.
They started so well, did Tim and Terry. But maybe now this guy is just on a bit of a run here. This is Graham Lowe.
With the way the game's going, 2 shots seems like
an eternity.
That's right. It's been shot for shot. One's most of the way.
And do you know in yourself when you're bowling that when your form's starting to come on, would Graham have sensed that now that, hey, I'm getting back into the rhythm here?
He knows that he's putting a bit of pressure on Terry. Just needs to apply it. But look at this. She's responded with this bowl.
Oh, I tell you what, they talk about the rub of the green. Well, in this case, the rub of the mat. It hasn't gone Terry Anderson's way this time.
And she's put Tim in a bit of a spot here because he can't actually draw down between those blacks. He's going to get stuck between them. Well, I'll tell you something. Terry has done very well here today. She suffers from arthritis, little Terry. Without her drugs, she wouldn't be able to walk. So for her to be out here doing this is quite amazing. And that's a good bowl. Only 1 black in the head.
It's a saver from Tim.
Well. Gary needs to get another bowl in there. Can he trail the jack? Get it away from the yellows? He has.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, it's a very good bowl. They're just starting to show their class now.
Now it's time for a quick conflab up the end. What do you think we should do now, is Tim saying?
Well, I think he's going to have to come up, hit the second black bowl, and get that jack back into the yellows. That jack is going straight into those yellows if he can hit it right. Just the edge of it. Coming up on the, there's the left-handed forehand. Forehand dig shot, we call it. End of mat weight. No, he's going to come underneath it. Well, what is he seeing? He's playing the shot, but he's going to go for the rub first. He's got it.
Oh, he's done it.
Absolutely brilliant shot. Played it on the other hand.
And he's picked the opportune time to do it too.
That's a very experienced shot from the young man. 3. Wow.
Oh, I think it's 3.
It's a 3. Definitely 2 in a measure, but I'd say that's 3. Well, this is pressure now. The game was gone. And he's pulled one out of the hat.
Now can Gary save it?
Oh, he's
for the
going for the yellows.
He's going for the... Oh.
Oh, well.
Well, what happens here?
Well, that's 3. 3 away. 3-point penalty for the kill. So that means he's 1 down now, playing the last end, is it?
1 to go, I think. So 6-5 now.
6-5. Last end. Well, the pendulum swung back in the favour of the youngsters. Apply the pressure, and then things can happen, and it has.
Another great bowl from young Terry Anderson.
Well, they played an absolute magnificent shot. It's got them right back in the game. It was gone for all money. Played the correct shot. And a good response here. It's all on the last end. I don't know how she sees through that here, Phil, but has she got the weight? Go, Terry, come on.
Oh, it's just a fraction light.
Oh, well. 2 seconds. Is he going to take another breath?
No.
No. Well, she'll change her hand now. I'll get him to draw, get her to draw on the other hand, I would suspect. Or just put one in behind. The more in behind he's got, the better.
Grant, would you have thought coming into this one that it was going to be a low-scoring affair, or did you think it might have been a bit of a blowout?
Well, I thought it would be quite close because they are all good lead draw bowlers, and but I did not suspect that. Oh, what a bowl! The crowd's on their feet. They are absolutely wrecked with that shot, and a smile, a rare smile from Terry. Just a small one. Wow. Pressure put right back on the lows again.
But you wouldn't read about it from Graham's face. He's had that frown on his face the whole tournament.
And he's short. Well, last end, down to Sun. Down to the Sun to get him out of trouble. This is the game shot right in his hand here. This on the top of the jack, and it's all over. Hard to get out of. He's got the green.
Oh, it's coming in too.
And he's got another back bowl. Nothing wrong with that. Here they come. They're going to fall over. It's going to fall. It's not quite. He wants it to. Stamp the foot down.
Tim Veal trying everything to get that ball to roll over closer to the jack. Meantime, back of the action. This is Gary Lowe. He's got to pull something out here for his dad.
This is a huge bowl. What a shot under pressure.
Wow.
Not enough for one, though. Wow. The whole game just seems to have swung. The luck seems to have moved to yellow. Another nice bowl here. Has he got the weight to get round everything? Not the green. He had the weight, I think. No green. Oh, well. It's going to come down to a draw off. Very good draw bowler. He misses here, man, oh man.
Got Tim pacing around in the background there. I don't think you can bear to watch this.
Are we going to see an upset here? He likes it. He's got up to have a look. He doesn't often get up to have a look at his bowl.
Oh, what's happened here? It's close as you like.
He's drawn the shot.
Have they got two?
One. He's got one. He's got one. Could force an extra end. Tim has to follow him in now. Here he goes, taking his time over this one. This could be one of the biggest bowls he has ever played.
6-5 to score. Tim Veal, Terry Anderson leading. They just changed it round in the 7th end. This is the 8th. We've got one to go after this, and it's so, so close.
He's let it go. He's got good green. He's real close. Oh, just a little bit heavy. Well, he hasn't given much room for Gary to draw two, though. They might take the one and fancy themselves winning the toss and going all square into the last end, extra end. It's forced an extra end as it is. If he plays exactly the same bowl as last time, that yellow will sit out of there for the win. Big bowl.
On the back end this time for Gary Lowe. And as Grant said, this is
he's chucked it
huge.
out wide. He's chucked it wide.
It's not doing what he wants it to
I'd
do,
say
I don't think.
Thought if it comes back, it comes back and we'll win. If it doesn't, we'll go into the extra end. It hasn't. So, toss of the coin. A new game begins. One end. This is when you want to be able to win a toss. Send the opposition into bat.
Oh, no messing around here in Tauranga.
Oh, and
And
an experienced coin toss there from Graham. Well, Terry, there's only one thing she can do now, and that is to bury the jack right on it. First bowl.
6 apiece. This to find the second finalist.
And not a bad effort.
And a great first up bowl. How many times have we said that today about this young lady? She really has put on an amazing performance.
Straight after this event, she'll be getting herself ready to be playing singles again tonight. So it's a big day. They've been playing since 8:30 this morning. It's about 8 or 9 hours ago they started playing.
No, and it's virtually continuous play, isn't it? So
That's
it's a bit of a
right.
break for lunch. I mean,
Had a half an hour break for lunch and we're straight back into it.
I know it's a sport for all shapes and sizes, and you talk about sport and you talk about fitness, but this is all about concentration, and I guess it goes hand in hand with fitness. If you are fit, you can concentrate longer, and these people have had to concentrate all day.
That's right. Well, good
Great
bowl.
bowl.
Good bowl. They've only really had one bad end, the Lows, and that was when they dropped that 3, and that wasn't a bad end either. Tim Veal playing an absolute dynamite of a shot to keep them in the game. And this is a great bowl for Terry.
Speaking of a dynamite shot.
Wow. Just unlucky it fell the other way. If it fell over, she was going to be closer. Just a fraction wide. Well, she's done all she can. It's up to Tim now.
So this is Graham's last bowl. He'll hand over to his son.
Tim's played some pretty big shots today. Crowd has been going, oh, that's going to help them. Well, 2 yellows. Jack can go back up the mat again. Comes down on the forehand. Squeeze the Jack to the yellows. Oh, they're excited, look at them.
Well, you can see the tension more so in the crowd than you can with the competitors at the moment. Look at this. Tim's all business, Tim Veal.
Your mother won't be able to watch.
Looking to get this young
This is
combination
real
into
close.
the final.
This is close from Tim. He's got it.
Oh, look at that.
Almost an identical result when he saw him get the 3. It's a shame it's not his last bowls. Now, Gary with 3. Oh, well, is the pressure coming on now?
Oh, it just was a little light.
Short and narrow. A sign of pressure quite often.
No, Drake watching on there. She knows all about pressure.
Yep.
But so does this young man.
He's loving it now. He's got another one in there. Leave the Jack alone. And he's got a screamer.
He's got 3.
Well.
Oh, this is going to be so hard to come back from.
He only needs a 1. You'd be happy with the way that's sitting. We could see history here. The youngest pairs team ever to be in a final. If they go on and win that, it'll be the youngest pairing combination ever to win a New Zealand title. A few of the other younger ones looking on. Terry won the junior going the furthest yesterday in the singles, so she's definitely in form. Down to the last 64 in the singles. Right, backhand.
No real pressure, Gary, but it's all up to you.
He's in the area. He's given himself a chance here. Oh, almost got in. Well, he's given himself a chance. He plays that same shot again. That black's going to come in for 1. So
they'd still be holding 1 though, wouldn't they, the youngsters?
Well, do you put a short one in and hope the pressure's too much? There's not much more he can do. Look how tight that head is.
I'm sure that's what they'll be talking about.
He's got a pretty good head and a hard shot for Gary Lowe to get a shot out of this. I might be tempted to put a block in and block one of the options, block one of the hands, and I think I would block the shot that Gary just played, that last black.
I guess if he does that, the situation we got at the moment is the yellow holds a shot. If he can just put the pressure on a little bit more on Gary, and then he's got to be super confident about his draw bowling, doesn't he, to come round them. So maybe that's the option for Tim Veal and Terry Anderson, because it's all on this last bowl. This to find our finalist.
He can come down and rest that black at 6 o'clock, but that's a pretty brave shot, because if he's narrow, he's going to play the shot for them. Is that what he's going to do? Is he going to lift that black out of the head? Is he going to take it away from them?
So here is the shot.
Block. He's putting the block in. He is going to block that last shot. He is.
And Grant Rayner calls it perfectly yet again.
He's played a very experienced block shot there. I think that was really his only safe option. And And I'd be surprised if Gary can get out of this. If the black on the corner of the square is sitting up, he's got a chance it could fall in, but I don't know. It might be sitting flat, so it's even harder.
Well, his options are so much limited now. He can't kill the ends because that'll cost him penalty points and he'll lose anyway. The only thing he's got to do now is draw and try and move that jack. And that's not going to be easy, especially with you've got that yellow bowl sitting up there at 12 o'clock there.
That's right.
That's in the way as well.
He's got two blacks at 9 o'clock blocking the drive. That would be the ideal shot, straight up the middle, but they're in the way. He's coming. He's going to try and get around this block. This is it.
Suddenly on the backhand, last
Crowd's
shot.
going to go crazy if he gets it.
He hasn't.
Oh,
has he touched it on?
Well, he got a rub. He got a rub off the short one.
No, I don't think he has. I think the crowd tells you that it is Tim Veal and Terry Anderson that will go through. And as Grant's been telling you through this commentary, make history here as the youngest pair in a final. We'll have the pairs final for you very soon, but what an enthralling game and what a fantastic performance from 14-year-old Terry Anderson and Tim Veal. Unbelievable stuff. No taking away from the Southland pair. They did their very best. This time they just came up one short. Fantastic stuff here at the 2008 Lion Foundation New Zealand Indoor Bowls. We'll have the final for you very shortly. Grant, got to put you on it straight away. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Matthew Ellison, Anthony McCoy, or is it going to be the youngsters, Tim Veal and Terry Anderson?
Well, my personal favourite will be the youngsters, but Matthew Ellis and McCoy were playing absolutely fantastic bowls, so I think it's going to be a pretty close game, similar to what we've just seen, I'd imagine.
All right, stick around. You won't want to miss it. The final is coming up here very shortly. Well, this is it.